You eat you can look at it, right? The round, they will eat the berries, whether they are cultured civet cats, kept inside the cages of the farm, or they are really wild one, which is very rare lah, very rare. After eating the coffee berries, they cannot digest, 100%. So the fermentation, it will stay inside the digestive system of the cat lah. So they have to pass it out somehow ma. So when they pass it out, right, then the farmers will collect all these so-called dung or shit lah, and then they will clean it up 100% so that all the bacteria and all the other things, right, all being processed properly, and then dry it and then pack it, and that's where you get your luwak civet cat coffee bean. Okay, so the civet cat look like, I guess nobody has really seen a real life civet cat, right? But it looks like a weasel with fur lah. Okay, and the demand right now is almost very extreme all over there, especially those in USA. A lot of this kind of civet cat luwak coffee is exported to Europe as well as USA. The demand is really extreme. Asia, I think we only hear about it only, but we don't really see much in Singapore being served. If it is really being served here, it probably also could be quite expensive. Okay, so the history of luwak coffee, actually, what is the story behind? See that, so cute, right? Looks like a cat, yeah, black cat, and they are more like brownish and greyish, dark color, the skin of the cat lah. So the tradition of luwak coffee actually hundreds of years ago in Indonesia, when the Dutch occupied Indonesia, right, the workers that work for the Dutch people, they are forbidden to drink coffee. So what they do is that these civet cats, right, were already roaming around in the plantations. So since they cannot drink the coffee from the masters, right, they pick up all the dung, right, and then they process it, they clean it. After cleaning it, they roast the undigested coffee beans found in the dung. Okay, that's how actually the luwak coffee comes about. So the luwak coffee, right, actually is already there hundreds of years ago during the Dutch occupation. Okay, so it's only recently that it got famous because suddenly it became a trend that this luwak coffee, they realized some benefits, health benefits of drinking this luwak coffee, which later I will tell you. But how much exactly is a cup of luwak coffee? Can anybody make a guess? Teddy, do you know how much?
$30.
$30 one cup. Wow! Not yet there yet lah. In London, it's about £10 one cup lah. Yeah, the cup, you would say that probably is a cup in like this, probably a cup. Yeah, but not to the full Not to the full Yeah. So 10 grams, probably about £10. So £10, if you conversion to Singapore dollars, it's about close to less than 20 depending on your forex exchange rate for pound to Singapore dollars. Okay. So, but it's getting more and more expensive lah. Sometimes they even sell $100 Singapore dollars a cup lah. Yeah. So okay, I myself to be very frank I never tried the luwak coffee thinking that it's bangsai, right? So the concept of I'm eating shit, So I never tried it, but being curious, so I tried all sorts of from different sources because Indonesia has got many sources from Aceh, Gayo, all the way to Pulau, and also to Pulau New Guinea as well, Papua New Guinea as well. Okay, so after I tried the luwak, it's really so unique. Later on you can get to taste it. The aroma and taste is very special. It's different from the normal coffee that you drink. Definitely is different from what you drink in the morning from auntie in the kopi shop there. So actually, where does the origin of luwak come from, many people will tell you, oh, China also have, in Philippines also have. These are actually copycats. The real original luwak coffee actually comes from Indonesia, yeah, where the history of the story about the real story. They're not allowed to drink the Dutch masters coffee. So yeah. Okay. So where does it come from in Indonesia? There are different regions: Java, Gayo, Bali, Sumatra. Indonesia is a very huge country. Okay, so now even Vietnam also claims to have luwak coffee. Yeah. So how do they do it actually? They so-called somehow they get some cats that look like the civet cat. Okay, I have yet to review any of those coming from Vietnam or Philippines or even China. Okay, but what I have today's coffee is actually Indonesian. Okay. Yeah. Right. So what's the hype about the health benefits of luwak? It's been said, but it's not reported by WHO, the World Health Organization yet, but it's been claimed that people who drink the luwak coffee, it has got all these benefits. It protects the teeth from bacteria, that's a small thing. Okay? But the thing is that it can also help minimize breast cancer, especially for women, right? As they get older, the risk of getting this is quite high. Suggested dosage, maybe drinking luwak coffee, maybe 2 to 3 cups. 3 cups is too much already, but for Asians, maybe 2 cups will be enough. So that's why I guess when people realize, they see the effects, after effects of drinking the luwak coffee, so that's why it becomes more and more expensive. It's just like lemon. Do you know that lemon has got anti-aging properties? And last time, okay. And last time, the lemon, the yellow lemon in NTUC only cost about 20 cents. But today, you go and check. Sometimes it's 80 cents or 90 cents, and sometimes even more than $1. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Coming back to the benefits of luwak. Okay. The other thing also, this coffee luwak contains caffeine and very rich in antioxidants. So all of you would probably know that antioxidants help to prevent a lot of sickness, a lot of health issues, such as even Parkinson's and neurological diseases. And the last health benefit is that it helps to facilitate gallstone prevention because of the sticky thing. The caffeine has a non-stick substance that will prevent those mucus crystals from forming the gallstones. Okay, so doesn't mean that you drink 10 cups a day, it will just remove your gallstone. So you just take moderately. Everything is a balance. Okay, so if you would like to learn more about this luwak coffee, where best to learn is in a farm itself, in the civet cat luwak plantation. So Shop Coffee is trying to organize a trip together for this learning experience in the farm itself, and it's going to be a one-day kind of session. Okay, this date is if we do not get the minimum to go, which is 6, right, then we push to the next date available. Okay, so this is Coffee Bean Farm learning experience, whereby this pricing is no more valid because the barista that is supposed to do the workshop is not available. So that portion component will not be available for this program. Yeah, but the latest updates you can see from my website there. One-day session is 140 for 2 to go. 140 each person for 2 to go. Okay, so the day one is just a 1 day alone. Okay, just 1 day alone is no like 2 days, because the original would be the first day is that you learn how to do coffee art, latte art. You learn how to brew a good coffee, and you basically learn some barista skills, and at the end of the whole 2-day program you get a certificate, you know, whereby you can serve lah in a cafe lah. Yeah, but after confirming with her, we do not have confirmation, so we are only doing the actual learning experience in the farm itself. So it's $140 rather than $499. So other than that, for those people who sign up, they will also get very special pricing for the luwak coffee, since we have a strong relationship with the farmer there. Okay, it's at a 50% discount. Okay. So what does the coffee bean go through before it reaches your cup? Okay, it actually goes through a lot of steps. Okay, from the seed itself, the farmer will plant the seeds, right, and then it will grow into trees. Okay, and of course it will continue to grow. There are short ones and there are tall ones. Okay, whether they are short trees or taller trees, right, they will harvest, and most of the time they harvest right around this time. In fact, they are harvesting right now. They don't harvest like every day, so the harvest season is around now. Okay, and in other regions in the west, they harvest probably from December to February. But in Indonesia, they're actually harvesting right now. So the availability of the coffee beans, right, the price of coffee beans, it fluctuates according to the demand and the supply. Okay, so right now, right, it's very favorable for buyers. It's pretty cheap lah to get your coffee beans right now. Okay, in a commodity exchange. Okay, so after they harvest, they do manual hand picking. A lot of the coffee farms, they do not use automated machinery or so-called robots or any machinery to pluck all those things. A lot of things is still very manual. Okay, so they do hand picking all the coffee beans, and they will sort it, you know, and after they sort it, they will dry it, and even before it reaches drying, sometimes they also use different fermentation process. There's a natural process, there's a wine process, the honey process. Okay, then from there, after drying, they will process the beans like I mentioned just now, and then they will pack it. Okay, after packing in the gunny sacks, most of the time they use big gunny sacks at 1 kg, okay, about 5 kg, depending, big ones. And then they will give it to the middleman, the distributors, who will then process the rest of the steps, the shipping, the customs, okay, before it goes out of Indonesia to Singapore, for example, or to Australia, New Zealand, or anywhere else, USA or Europe. Okay, so it's a whole long journey. Actually, it's not just drinking the coffee. The coffee bean has actually gone through a long way before it actually reaches your coffee cup. Yeah. So when it reaches the cafe, that's not the end of the story also. Yeah, so it has to be roasted. If it is from raw beans, right, it has to be roasted as well, the rest of the thing, right? Then how you roast it also will give you the special aroma and taste. At what temperature you roast will give you what kind of taste. If you want a little bit more burnt taste, right, then higher temperature will be dark roast. Roast also got different types. Got light roast, medium roast, dark roast. Okay, all different types of roast will give you a special kind of flavor, different from you know, other beans that are roasted differently. Okay. Then at the end of the day, you get your nice cup of coffee and you de-stress and you relax. You know, bond with your friends, your kaki, your family members. So that's all that I have about the luwak coffee. Any questions from anybody before we start tasting some real luwak?
What does luwak why other animal cannot?
So far, well, the history of luwak, not say other animal cannot lah. It's more like, you know, it's like it's not planned. The real story is actually, it comes from Indonesia, is because, you know, seriously, it's not a made up story, you know, they have these cats, and civet cats. Civet cats are mountain cats, they live in the mountains, and coffee beans actually are grown in the mountainous regions. They need cold weathers to grow. They cannot be grown in Singapore. Not just say that we have limited space, we cannot grow, we cannot have farms, we cannot grow anything anyway because we don't have space here, right? But the weather itself is not favorable to grow. Even in your house, right? If you have aircon, also it's not possible to grow a coffee bean tree in your or plant in your aircon. You know, it needs altitude of at least above sea level, 800 meters upwards. Yeah. So 800 meters is Robusta type of coffee bean. Okay, Robusta is a different texture from Arabica. Arabica is 70% of the population of coffee bean trees. Robusta is about 15%. And the rest of it is Liberica, peaberry, typica, different varieties of Arabica. Yeah. So luwak coffee, right? Let's see other animals. I have heard lah, there are elephant. This is something new to me. I'm also learning. I did not know the history of the elephant, but I do know this civet cat one has come a long, long way. Yeah. In Thailand, yes. Elephant. So maybe you can enlighten me also. The elephant itself is feed, or are they wild elephant, or are they like captured elephant, or how? Because elephant is very big, you know. Imagine. They eat the coffee bean. Oh. Yeah, because Thailand is not really famous for coffee beans, but they do have in Chiang Mai, they do have their own Arabica. I also brought the Thailand coffee bean here. You can smell the smell the aroma. It's pretty different, and we did a review on it. It's very light. The color of the is not as rich as the normal coffee that you get from Indonesia. It's really very light. It looks like tea, and I did a review. I posted it on my Facebook and Instagram as well. Yeah, if we have time, we can actually make some on the spot. It's roasted. We can grind it with a grinder here that I have, and we also have the drip coffee. This is a grinder that you can do at home yourself. And you also have the drip apparatus there. Okay? Any other questions before we start the real coffee tasting? Okay, to do coffee tasting, okay, we don't really add creamer or sugar. Okay, we just sip a bit and then roll your tongue around, and then you appreciate the aroma and the taste itself. And then after you drink it down, you also see whether you can appreciate any taste after you sit it down. That's the art of appreciating coffee. Yeah.
So I buy my taste and tweet right?
No, this is very expensive coffee. So one small one probably, it is a few dollars already. But we are offering it at wholesale. We are wholesaler, so we are offering it at wholesale price on our online shop there. You can check it out, and we also have a discount code. Just put it up today if you order it online there. Shopcoffee.com. Okay. Yeah. So this is my contact here. Louise at shopcoffee.com. I don't have my name cards today because nowadays we go digital. Going digital means that you can find me on Facebook, Instagram. Okay, you can WhatsApp me also if you are shy to call me. Okay? Yeah? Alright, let's start the fun. Anybody else have any questions, Teddy? Alright, okay.